What is up? This is Kev. This is Black Man being brutally honest. Just coming to you guys briefly for a moment. So, if it's your first time in this channel, if you're new here, go below this screen and hit the subscribe button. You know, Usually my broadcasts are for edutainment purposes only. But this one right here will be mostly entertainment. So, if you come here looking for anything useful, it still can be useful because you can ease your mind a bit and take a look at the lighter side of things. So, and believe me, I know y'all. Some of you are looking at the thumbnail. This is not a bash Russell Wilson and Sierra kind of broadcast. Although we may have a little fun with it. So, anyway, let me read here up here what's on the screen just to get a little bit of the theme going. We're gonna discuss what a cuckold is. A cuckold is historically a cuckold was a man who was married to an adulterous wife. The dictionary defines a cuckold as a man with an unfaithful wife. Cuckolding in this form is as old as the institution of marriage itself. Traditionally, a cuckold was an object of scorn among the community and was looked upon as someone who could not satisfy his wife's sexual appetite. It is only in the last century that the term cuckold has come to take a different meaning. You know. So the question asked in the title is this why you guys are getting married? Are you are you afraid that this is going to be your life? If not now, in about 10, maybe 20 years, depending on your age. And you know what the answer is? The answer, could be a no. This does not have to be your life, but I'm doing this broadcast for a couple reasons. Number one, I mean, people in this space do kind of condemn the institute of marriage, so this is one of these broadcasts to get to the bottom of why. I mean, the impression I get is, that married men don't belong in this space because, this is a space designed for, you know, trying to argue with women, and that's really has never been my intent for us stepping up to YouTube. Although many people will say many things, and that's no fun. I mean, it's fun sometimes, depending on the level of stupidity. But this has been a very interesting conversation because um, I chose to talk about this instead of Bob Johnson. I was gonna do Bob Johnson tonight, and how Deborah Lee, whom he gave the reins of BET to, um, how that kind of made him a simp. But I wasn't really ready for this broadcast, but I'm ready for that broadcast, but I'm ready for this one. You know, kind of a strike while the iron's hot deal. But the whole lesson I hope that people learn tonight after listening to this is that it's not that serious. I mean, the people involved, we're not on their level. They're famous people. I mean, you may be happy with your life, but trust me, uh, you know, they don't care about stuff like this. They don't care about discussions. So that's for the people who are taking it to the level of, oh, all these dudes do is complain about everything. Leave these married people alone. They don't care about you, which is, kind of true. Broke knickers, all the other stuff. So let me remove that little icon up there so that can get full attention. This is something that is posted quite often on social media. And, I thought it might have been worth a slight visit. But this is just so the viewing audience can see clearly Yeah. Bar Malone said, "I'm not happy. I'm not on that level, at least when being a cuck." I mean, I'm going to show you more examples than this because, look. Here's the thing, guys. I'm not against Russell Wilson. I'm not against Sierra. I'm not against any of this stuff because the one thing I've been consistent with is saying that celebrities live in a different world from us. They have a different set of rules when it involves multimillionaires. There's stuff that they would do that we probably wouldn't even consider. Not that, we need money to do some of the things that they do, but you have to understand and realize that it is a different world up there. So for those of you that are saying that Sierra in particular is out here embarrassing Russell Wilson, that probably isn't the case. If let's be honest, if he's okay with her going around dressed like this, what can we say? We can say it's none of our business, but see, here's the thing: the pictures we'll put out there for us to talk about. When people put that kind of stuff out there, yeah, they want the attention. It was, and it wasn't just her that was dressed like that during the event. There were several dressed like that, and the statement they were trying to send is, we can do what I want, we can do what we want with our bodies. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. Not that I just like, go around spreading that kind of message, but hey, they feel as if they can do what they want, and they have to put their messages out in such an extreme fashion to the point where the world can see it, and they don't care what age group sees it. We understand and realize that there's a level of class to certain things. I'm just kind of a person that just like people can kind of do what they want, but at the same time, we also have the right to say what looks good and what doesn't look good. Just like everybody does with us. Everyone is going to be critiqued no matter what. You cannot stop people from being critiqued. It might be bothersome to some of you guys. It might be annoying to others, but there's no way in the history of man that kind of thing is ever going to stop. No matter how much you keep your fingers crossed and wish that nobody would mess with these celebrities. But hey, I guess that's what social media is for. Sierra's prayer. Supposedly, Sierra prayed for a man. And I mean, like, hey, she got one, after fooling with your boy. And I mean, like, people will, people are probably gonna hold that against her for the rest of her life. The fact that she has a baby by Future, and you know that's just what it is. That's just what it is. We as adults we have to bear the burden of our decision making, especially if it leaves a little something behind, like a child, for instance. But here's the thing about her: Sierra is Sierra. Someone was gonna land that, someone was gonna smash that anyway. So, what y'all want me to say? Y'all want me to say that this was disgraceful? You want me to say that this was, disrespecting her husband? If he doesn't feel disrespected, it ain't disrespected. It ain't disrespectful. You know, I'm a married man. Would I want my wife going around wearing stuff like this? She's not gonna want to go around wearing stuff like that. I can tell you that much. And the reason that she would probably give is, she, it would be in the context of self-respect. Shoot. We have women that don't believe in showing anything off except for their husband, and why else would they do it? I mean, it it's not for me to judge per se, but I felt like it was worth talking about because these kinds of things cause internet meltdowns, and people always talk about the proverbial distraction, that certain things are put out in the universe to distract us from what's really happening. You know, Bar Malone. Man, is that Derek Jackson? That's free man Derek Jackson. He said, I think that's where the confusion lies. Men say that it took her to have a baby by Future to want a person like Russell when she should have been looking for him before the baby was involved. And that's the story of 95% of the baby mamas in the black diaspora in Western culture. I mean, what's done is done. What 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 I'm confused as to why I keep doing it. We've all seen what it can do, unless it was like I said, and I've been saying for years, even before YouTube. If you get pregnant, you wanted to get pregnant, unless of course you were forced against your will, which is illegal. And I hope the piece of shit is punished for doing that to a woman. But outside of that, we got this narrative going around called coercion, like they're coerced into getting pregnant. Like, no, nobody's coercing you. Tell that man no. And if he can't coerce you, there might be something illegal about it. You know, I always tell men, if you don't want a baby, wear a condom. You wanted that baby. Ah, man, we're just in the heat of the moment. Ah, man, I was drunk. Like, I hate when people use alcohol as an excuse. I really do. Because, no matter how drunk I get, I'm in some measure of control. So I don't know how it is for other people. Kevin, you're not empathetic to people who get real drunk and shit face. No, not really. Because, see, like, getting real drunk and shit face, getting a woman pregnant is a choice. Why would I care? Why would I sympathize? I got a baby of my own. Well, she's 8, but yeah. Shoot. I realize that women think they are extremely special. So even if they have clear examples, they tend to be able to the exact same path, expecting different results like idiots, and expect people to sympathize. Yeah, the whole feel sorry for me bid, for women who don't look like Sierra that do this shit anyway. What, like a backseat boogie doesn't always lead to families. I mean, anybody above 15 with good sensibilities would know that. And why I say the age 15, because see, when I was in high school, I remember we had the mentality of, doing all this freaky stuff that we thought only adults could do. I don't think about that. I don't go back to that. I'm not some creepy guy. I just got a little one growing up and she's gonna go into that environment. So, I got to be on my parenthood, on my fatherhood. So I do kind of think about stuff like that when it comes to how it can negatively impact my family, seeing that I have a young one growing up. We're not stupid. We shouldn't be stupid as parents. We should be taking all the preventative measures. If we got sons and daughters, we should be making sure that they don't participate in mistake behavior like some of us have. Stay on the path. Realize your purpose. I mean, shit. And look, I feel kind of bad for these young girls, seeing what examples they have. I mean, shit. My recommendation is if you have a child, be able to be in place to be a father because you'll be doing like Kanye doing right now. You complaining. Whenever a woman don't take accountability, I give them two options. Either you are a feeble-minded and think like a child, or you're an adult and will take responsibility for your actions. I mean, ultimately, people have to do that anyway. Anyone that is an adult in any form of society will have to take accountability. I mean, especially in other countries where they don't play that shit. I mean, we have a tendency to, you know, have a little bit more freedom over here in America, and it definitely shows. I had to sit down with my mother and was shocked to realize that I was the first man to tell her the truth point blank, and she thought it was disrespectful. These days, she see or act like that. Yeah, I mean, look, think about the amount of blue pill men that came before you that just left well enough alone and did not want to argue. It just or did not want to stand on some type of solid ground as far as a standard for the direction of where we were going as a community, because that's what they complain about all the time. There's no solid leadership. Men are supposed to lead. That's what they talk about. So hey, and I'm not saying that they're you know who they are. These B dubs on social media that swear up and down they're getting bashed every day. I mean, they're always complaining about the lack of leadership. And you have two factors that is affecting that. Number one, all of the blue pilled Negroes that came before you. And number two, the fact that they're not raising these so called leaders they say they're looking for. They're complaining about the dudes they're giving birth to. But one important thing that I would think that we should have to remember about, Russell Wilson and Sierra is Russell Wilson is a father to kids, whether one of them is his or not. None of us really want to be the guy that's taking care of Buck Nasty's kids. In this case, Future. I mean, because we all have this fear of her going back to that type. Because let me tell you the truth, the reason why a lot of people call Russell Wilson a dweeb and a lame is because he's not on that thug shit. He's not on that. He he's not on this. He wants to be a loving father, a loving husband. Professing to the mountains that she cannot do, he cannot do without her. Even though I have yet to hear her publicly say anything. But oh yeah, we did hear something recently, which makes it strange. Read this. Sierra's getting dragged for a new song promoting independent girls who don't need a man while happily married. She figured if Beyonce can do single ladies, she can do that with her song as well. And it's a small possibility that she was trolling. Small possibility. I cared, even though it's too late to change anything in her life. Oh well, yeah, we care. We have a tendency as men to care a lot about what's going on. Maybe care about things that we don't need to care about. Stop worried about things that we can't control. Because this is obviously the path that a lot of this goes. Would you want your woman to come out screaming about strong, single, independent if you're married to her? I mean, just think about it on a regular person's level. Why would I want that? She's supposed to be happy with, with being in our situation. Is this something that she's not telling me? All those thoughts go through your head. Sometimes, just sometimes, it's this warped sense of I have to support this person because they're the same gender and color that I am. And Sierra was probably kind of trying to channel that energy, but still the message is off. many people perceive this as her being saved. That prayer actually worked. You know, that prayer sent her this man, old careless whispers himself, Mr. Russell Wilson. And although he is a stellar athlete, I would say the least. Let's take nothing from the man. You know, don't forget this part of Russell Wilson. I mean, he is an athlete, a bona fide, certified, world class athlete. And he's got a lot of money. But at the end of the day, he's that too. I'm never gonna dance again. He's that guy. Simps are the worst. I notice when I watch some panels, the simps are usually the ones that are lacking in the looks department, so they think they can suck up the women to be sycophants to get boxed. I, I don't think Russell Wilson is a simp. I mean, to your point, I see that kind of stuff as well. I don't last very long watching it because, I adopt the principle of if I don't like something, I don't watch it. I will torture myself sometimes just to get some intel on what the self proclaimed enemy is trying to preach. But outside of that, I don't watch that kind of stuff religiously. But I see your point. You know, those are some ass boys. It's pathetic. I mean, sometimes that shit be funny though. Yeah, I don't sit down and I used to I used to, man, a while back, had these old feckless in person debates with people about, how life should go and, the direction of the black relationship and why this, why that, why. But I mean, it just kind of, I don't know, kind of faded after a while. And it's 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 more fun to discuss things this way, like just giving your hot take on it instead of having to go back and forth with someone, and then it solves nothing. In fact, it might do more harm than good. Even though Russell is dragged, my issue with homie is that he is a fan of hers, making him look past the kid or her past a thing something someone in his position shouldn't be doing. I mean, but he chose to do it. I mean, there are people that have done worse. Yeah, I mean, he, he's getting what he wanted, and when you're a man and you stand on solid ground, you do consider what a person's past is. That is always going to be in the back of your mind. You are always going to get those questions. You know what I mean? Like she was just somebody that was, I guess she was having fun. She got on the Future Express, and when she got off, she had a child with her named Future, Future Junior. Goddamn, simps are everywhere. Simps be saying, "What's your cash app?" LOL. And I get what you're saying, Bar Malone. I I get what you're saying. With someone with his stature and with his level of success, yeah, he could have looked elsewhere. He probably had all kinds of options flooding in, but it was something about that Sierra. It was just something about her. When she was good in her career. Austin Holloman made a point on the panel by saying women overseas don't have to do panels discussing the male and female relationship dynamic. Yeah, in such an awful and condemning way toward the men. I mean, those are the panels people choose to ignore their existence until they're actually on the air. Oh, I knew this would start happening. BZ, what's going on? Like that's Looks like Black Kung Lao, unless that's a man with the planet Saturn for a head. But yeah, cool avatar. Said any man who dates married single mother is a sucker simp. End of story. Nothing about that is respectable. I mean, I would never recommend that a single man that has everything going for him and no kids marry one. I would never recommend that. If you want to marry one, then that's on you, buddy. You like it, I love it, but I don't have to. I don't have to promote it. After it's shown that they don't really care for the community, after that, it's entertainment. Yeah, yeah. But let's go through. We can't rag on Sierra and everything. The issue was for award shows that we're not supposed to accept or not supposed to be even thinking about because they're not our institutions. People are making a big stink of this. I saw a couple of social media posts today, and people were really just going at it, and it was to the point where it was unnecessary levels of it, to the point where people started insulting each other. That's the kind of shit that I believe we should cut out. But for some reason, shit be fun to folks sometimes. And but the reason that the female will probably be perturbed or a little upset is because of the dream. Let me see if I got that slide. Did that slide make it in? Oh yeah, the dream that every one of these little single with little Walmart TVs, little Fifi Blunder, you know, little Trayvonius and everything would end up with a Russell Wilson type. And they live vicariously through Sierra. So every time they see pictures of these two, they this is what they see. They see themselves. I don't care if she got three spare tires under her shirt, you know, an extra neck, a horrible fucking attitude, kind of like a film sale. Can't blame, what who she is for what's going on in her life as far as her love life or whatever. I mean, this is what this is what their dream is. And anybody trying to shatter their reality, they will fight tooth and nail for people who, quite frankly, don't give a shit about them in Russell Wilson and Sierra. Shoot. The women tried to shame Austin Holloman, saying his Filipino chick left him because she mushed him in the video. The Austin Holloman turned the camera and the Filipino chick was right there. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, likely. Haha. They were both trolling, which is always fun. Bro, LOL. The single mother, that's the single mother dream. They want sponsors for their baby kid. And yeah, they want somebody who is, well off with money. They all first thing they want to call a dude is broken dusty. And really, to be honest, to be brutally honest, it is because of the fact that many men have condemned taking care of another man's kids. That's another discussion within itself. If we were supposed to be boycotting an award show, then why are we talking about them? I don't entertain anything that I don't like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, yeah, which is the whole point of me even doing this show. It got to the point where it was so serious that it it, it's to the point where it's so serious to anything is dividing our community at this point. Just anything. Just anything. But yeah, you can't shadow that reality for them. The fact of the matter is, they're so mad at men for saying stuff like this on a constant basis, using their YouTube channels, using their social medias to constantly, constantly say that, hey, you know what, she's a single mother with 5 kids by 8 different dudes. they're upset with it and they're fed up with it. And I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to be the representative because I don't feel sorry for them hoes. I mean, shit. My thing is, uh, try to do something within the confines of marriage. Everything ain't got to be a jump off when, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. The basis of common sense. B dubs are expecting good black men to bring 100K net worth, but gives it up to Pookie for nothing. Matter of fact, they purchased the liquor before going to Pookie's place. Yeah, they'll take their $15 and buy that fifth or whatever. Shoot. Hell, I'm just saying. At one point, I was the Pookie. I ain't had shit, but a car that was total fuck up, and she was buying me McDonald's every other night before I was splacking those hams. I used to talk about it like a motherfucker. No, this is one before my marriage, so no, it wasn't my wife. That was before her, but I plan on pranking my mother by bringing a single mother to Thanksgiving one year to see if she accepts my choice as my father did with her, like an idiot. God damn. Make sure she got some press on nails and some multicolored weave too. Yeah, that'll really set things on fire then. Because one thing I do notice is that they hate when men talk about it, but they don't want that same thing for their sons, which is a buttload of hypocrisy. Can you really be a Pookie if you have a plan? Well, the Pookieisms in this space is subjective. So, and I understand that people are all over the place with it. So, maybe not. I would probably say more in the not. Said this is what happened when black men started talking to each other and setting new standards. These ratchets had no leverage and no response other than talking shit. Yeah, yeah, and I mean they talk shit to extreme levels, wishing death upon dudes. That's why they hated your boy. Shit, they understood the reality. Like when you have conversations like that, that's what it is. They understand the reality and the gravity of what's going on. That this shit is not likely to happen. Russell Wilson quality. A man with resources. You know, this is the guy that is the least likely to take on such a task of, you know, taking care of little Niquisha and Bartholomew. Yeah, I mean, one thing we have to remember about these guys that we call Pookies is that, many of them are still black men. Like, they still brothers. I mean, some people yeah, you're right. Some people can rise out of that. Some guys can rise out of that, but single motherhood is something that some of these can't rise out of. I mean, shit. I don't care. Yeah, but let's look at some visual aids since you guys are here. Look at that. Yep, we mess with this guy a lot. Maybe we should cut him a break sometimes. There he is. Let me tell you something. Let me describe this picture. YouTube content creator Willie D is at a friend's wedding where he congratulates the loving couple. Yeah, and from what appears to be Boyce Watkins on the other side. I mean, shit. If you didn't know these folks, if you didn't know these guys, who would you think was getting married? Who would you think was a loving couple? Think about that. I bet you that's a question that no one has ever asked. Who would you think were the married ones when you look at this photo? Southpaw 2K1, I'm by no means a thug. However, I'd be damned if I be a consolation prize husband. See, yeah. Uh, I'm just saying, most men like this thought that their woman is actually theirs when we do. And from the way these hoes be popping off, man, it's really hard to tell these days. I hear they're winning. And when I say who's winning, the hoes. BZ. She leaned in and in that man's face. I'm just saying, like, some of y'all answer the question for real. If you were looking at this picture and you didn't know who was who would you believe was getting married in this pic? Willie clapping them cheeks and she putting it on. Yeah, quite possible. Oh, look at this one right here. Now, this is a man that looks like he has very little control, probably no control, and admitted it on a video. I let her lead because she works hard. I mean, even harder than I do. Now, this is him with a picture. He was getting the Father of the Year award at the NAACP Awards, which is exactly why black people really don't support um, black endeavors such as these award shows because they always go in a certain way. I just got through talking about the Oscars. Now we're talking about NAACP. I ain't gonna lie though, when I was growing up, I actually used to enjoy the NAACP awards. Watching the performances, watching all the examples of black excellence when we thought it actually meant something. Now it's just turned into this. Dwayne Wade sweeter than diabetes, dudes. Oh man. BZ. This situation kind of makes me sad because they messing up that kid. Yeah, man. I mean, it's another example of how some of us just don't care enough about black boys. I mean, shoot. I mean, we can clearly see what's going on, but the way they put on it is like it's just they they're they're such great parents. Dwayne Wade is a classic example of not having a strong man in his life with the combo of overvaluing his mother, even though she was a deviant his whole childhood. Wow, is that his story? Yeah, that would explain a lot. I also, to be fair, I also mentioned that Dwayne Wade has gotten various Fathers of the Year awards throughout the years. So he's known as that good dad that supports his kids. But we all got to admit that what's been going on with them has been a little bit too far. I mean, in other instances, people would be, in handcuffs parading their child around like that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? But it is what it is with those two. Like I said, Holly weird, wacky land, different set of rules. But at the same time, we get to say what we want to say about stuff like that. And as much as they put it out in public, yeah, shit, people are going to have an opinion about it. Shoot, I don't support that shit. But, we on the outside looking in. Oh, look at that. Yeah. If we want to talk about cuckoldry, oh God. I'll talk about that. She was the first one to speak. For real, for real. I think there's a social media video of her speaking about the Chris Rock situation. She is always the first one to open her mouth and comment about anything. While Will just kind of kicks back, and you have people saying sources say Will Smith is disappointed. But with these folks, the reputation could be earned because they're just like these two right there. I just got through showing. Man, I mean, I mean, they're like the two I just got through showing. They're always putting their shit out there. They're always putting their business out there. Damn. And then it's just like, I just I wish he would shut up. Yeah, that's right, Andre. Will need to tell her ass to shut the fuck up. He probably has, and she probably went on her power walk, and you know, and then Will was like, oh please, I'm sorry, I am so sorry. I want to please you, Jada. That's why I slapped Chris. Jada Pinkett keeps Will Smith's manhood in her purse and lets him wear where she wants to kick it. And I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie, this is another man that I've advocated for in the past, besides Russell Wilson. Was Will Smith. I thought I would, I would think that he got a really bad rap. That is until the slap. Then that kind of downgraded things for me. I used to look at Will as an idiot as well until I looked into his mindset. He's one of those dudes that seek difficulty to justify his life of abundance, kind of like a love of being abused, like some kind of guilt of accomplishment. I'm so great that I have to be taken down a peg or two. So if if people say it's cuckoldry, then a cuckold I am. That's Will. Jada must have some real damning information on Will. Long Tong Son, what's going on? Long Tong Son. Okay. Um, I believe that if you are a celebrity, there is someone out there with some photos that you do not want the general public to see. So I do agree with that. But still, in their situation, Will probably got some photos too. Hopefully, none of them got August Alsina in the photos doing some strange shit. Because look, guys. No matter how shameful the behavior is, women have a tendency to come out on top. Men can't shake it. It won't. It doesn't work out for us, and that is one thing we have to deal with and how we move about. He might be a weirdo, but that gets off on being humiliated. Maybe. I mean, maybe he does activities with Jada where he has a ball in his mouth and some leather straps on. It'd be like that sometimes with dudes. Real Willie wanted to slap Jada, you know, as, as him slapping Chris, he was visualized. What, slap on the back of the head so he can hear that towel throughout the auditorium? Towel. Yeah, bring that bald head here. Like, yeah, bald wives. Jada should have took the joke, but just like she took August's dick. Yeah, because they were joking on LeBron's hairline not long before. I think it was her, Regina Hall, and someone else. I think Kerry Washington, or it was either Kerry Washington or Lupita Nyong'o. I mean, not trying to say something like the women do it too, because I think that's kind of stupid. But I mean, in relation to this situation, if you want to make fun of hair, and then like we already said, they've been mad with Chris Rock ever since he made that hair special. But the thing that has been reported is that Jada said that Chris Rock is obsessed with her. You have a very hard time establishing obsession in this situation if the man took a whole year to say something. Let's 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 use a little common sense here. Will is in a marriage he chose to put up with. Chris Rock is divorced from a marriage that he chose not to put up with. Bar Malone, exactly. Homie feels the need to be humble in any way, even if his wife makes him look weak, like some Epstein Island Brahmic shit. Uh, shit, with Holly Weird. I remember the days where we had our tinfoil hats on. We could see all kinds of shit. August would be the one popping Jada while Will sits in the corner watching his hand in his pocket. Ugh. Like now if you want to take the little real tabooish porno meaning of cuckold, let me just put it like this: Will want to clean up afterwards, but yeah, ew. Uh, uh. And then after the revelation came out that you know, August is buying his sexes. Shoot, she think about that shit. That's a tangled web, an entanglement web that they weaved. I mean, August playing both sides. He was his son's friend, and Jaden. They saying stuff about him maybe, and then Will ended up with tears in his eyes being interviewed by the one who cheated on him, as Chris Rock says. But that is 100% facts. BZ. Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if rich Hollywood couples always have some weird sex shit going on. Yeah, Cat Williams even said about the elite parties, and you look in certain rooms, and people you would never expect to see doing stuff like that be doing that stuff. Like these action heroes making out with other men. Ugh, yuck. I do find with great time that Chris Rock and Marlon Wayans comedy specials were released before the Oscars. Yeah, they said Jimmy Kimmel took swipes at the slap. Tyrone Magnus did a review that I have yet to watch, so I'll be checking that out when I get some time. Everyone is obsessed with me. Classic narcissist. Exactly. Ain't nobody obsessed with 50-year-old plus Tracy Ellis Ross, Lisa Ray, Taraji Henson, Jada Pinkett Kynes. Yeah, Cocktails and Queens kind on Fox Soul. Them kinds. Bar Malone. Obsession. That's the main character bullish that women have about themselves. If a Chris Rock type person was really obsessed, we we'd all see it. You were a subject of a couple of jokes. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. But what she's trying to do is, I guess, in a some type of warped sense, what wives do to protect their husbands. But with someone like her, she always try to throw in a little victimhood for herself as well. Yeah, but obsession, that sounds like a typical one of them arguments you get in with folks. Like they'll poke at you, you swipe back. Oh, they why are you so obsessed? Yeah, it sounds dumb and it makes about that much sense. It doesn't. That's how Will goes to get that wet rat. Hey, yo, man. Yo, yeah, I got you. I'll go back and sit in the corner, getting jiggy with it. Nah, 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 nah. Like, that cleanup was real brutal. He can never call himself a man ever again. Probably not. P. Diddy suspect like a mofo. Yeah, I've been hearing stuff about Diddy for years. But let's continue. Oh, look at that. Someone who wishes her husband was her boyfriend again. This is Nicole Airy Park and Boris Kojo. And I mean, the laughs don't stop. Yeah. Yeah, look at these two right here. You know, this woman right here is used to calling men bitches. Oh, here goes Bar Malone. Chris Rock isn't a pure victim either. Homie looks even weaker by making a special about it long after no one cares. It would have been noble just to leave it alone. I mean, I think of it this way. He was waiting on a payday in order to talk about it. And I mean, like, it, would you leave it alone for $40 million? Hell no. You wouldn't. That man made $40 million. I, I probably would have. I probably would have made that segment of the show a little bit longer. Knowing me, nigga dude got slapped in front of everybody. Nicole Parker embarrassed him during the pandemic online. Yep, that is accurate. They met on the set of TV show Soul Food, not movie Soul Food. I agree. I hold a grudge for money. Hell yeah. Shit. Shoot, 40 million? Man, I'd have made a whole entire special that would have been named Fuck Will Smith and his bald wife Jada too. And just went completely the fuck in. I mean, his brothers, his family have been saying stuff, but still, that's not Chris Rock that said that until that special. And he waited for the right time to do it. Your soy boy half. Oh man, yeah, but yeah, she's tried to go at her husband on social media a couple times. Like I said, she's the type that be calling me and bitches. That's one thing I can't stand. If if I'm in my masculinity for real, I don't like being called no bitch. You know, I get it. You know, women don't like being called bitches either. That's something that sets women off. But I ain't no woman. I'm a fucking man. You ain't no bitches over here. I mean, we do have a tendency to, be these kinds of friends that say, "Hey man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga." You know, man, come on, man, let's go. Whatever. But I mean, she doesn't mean it that way. She mean it as if I should have been the one born with the penis in my relationship. She one of the women that wish she had a penis so she can fuck back. And I say nay to thee. Sit your ass down, bitch. Now, let me go ahead and say this. The beginning definition of cuckold, like, I don't know if Sierra's being unfaithful. So I would just put that disclaimer out there because some of these celebrities will sue a personality that's big enough on this platform. So might as well go ahead and get used to it. Man, said Rita Repulsa from the original Power Rangers. John Cuckold legend said one of them little monsters, the white dog. Yeah. Oh man, who remembers this one right here? Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson. Let me refresh your memory. It was I did earlier videos. I'm gonna start putting my older videos in my community tab so y'all can see where I was like 3 years ago compared to who I am now. But I made a video about this. I thought it was pretty funny the way she did them. I didn't do it like a complaint video that women like Tina Knowles should bow down. I just thought it was funny because excuse me, at the end of the day, brothers need to stop putting themselves in these situations. Now, what happened in this interview, she said that, you know, that he was definitely like she loved him, but he wasn't like the one that her number one. The one that set the bar. That would be old big slick Matthew Knowles. you know, and she embarrassed him. Like he had a clear Richard Lawson had a clear look on his face, like his world had just been shattered. That he was looking like he definitely felt some kind of way about what the fuck she just said. He was like, "Oh, we married." I mean, that could be why Tina Knowles made that little mini series, about the challenges of a black man. I mean, like they're not all bad. Maybe she was making it up to her husband for that small moment of humiliation. But yeah, he got cucked out in front of everybody. Richard Lawson looked at her thinking, fuck was I thinking? I mean, think about it. Her first husband, trained Beyonce to become one of the greatest performers in the world. One of the top, I would say, top performers in the world over. Yeah, I mean, she may not be like Michael Jackson status, but she's definitely up there as a top performer. You know what did he do? What did Richard Lawson do? He did a couple of soap opera shows. Yeah, he had a couple of roles. But, her ex-husband trained a megastar. So how can you say anything in the vein of you measure up to that guy? Her husband trained Beyonce. She looks like Caitlyn Jenner might actually be a real woman. If I was Richard Lawson, I would have said, "Big, you ain't no Beyonce." But yeah, Beyonce came out of her vag, though. She gave birth to it. Like she gave birth to greatness. But man, I mean, old boy was pissed, man. It's like, damn. Let me let's do a little small movie review. Like, this is the scene out of next Friday. Uncle Elroy and Kim Whitley's character, her name escapes me at this moment. But remember, in the film, she was trying to fuck Craig like the whole time. Ice Cube's character. You know, she with the uncle. She married to the uncle, but she tried to give. she, she tried to give your boy some sugar. Her name was Sugar. Oh, okay. So Uncle Elroy and Sugar. Papa Nail shit. Papa Nail Shelly. Who you got a fat ass? Next Friday was definitely a classic. But then, like, she was like, remember he was like, let's go get some Mr. Nasty time. And she was like, he'll be done in 2 minutes. And then you hear him do it, and they did it real hard for like 2 minutes. And then he's completely passed out. And then I guess he tried to sneak in the room for some reason. And she tried to get him in. All trying to be under your boy nose. I mean, dude was being disrespected and he didn't even know it or act like he didn't know it. But rest in peace to Don DC Curry for Uncle Elroy. Let me see if this man is actually dead. I be saying rest in peace and dudes don't be dead. Let's see, Don DC Curry. Yep, see, Don DC Curry is not dead. See, look who the fuck had to check himself. Your boy Kev. Yeah. I'm trying to kill the man. Shoot, Kim definitely would have got the wood in this movie. Unc would just been disappointed, but understandable. He was a real player. Uncle Elroy, Marcy M. To be a cook, wow. Hey, we're just having a little fun here. Well, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a minute. I remember seeing you before. You know, who can forget a name with that spelling? I mean, Papa Neil Shelley got my money and I was gone. Don't you put that on him, Ricky Bobby. That's a whole nother film. I was nervous. Thank goodness he is alive. As anyone mistaken Ken Whitley for Jackie Harry. Yeah, they do have some similarities. But you know, if I could choose one, I would choose Jackie in her prime. Definitely. Especially she was Sandra Clark on 227. Yeah. Let me see what else is left. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I gotta read hybrid comment. Say in their prime they could both put it on the wood. Not that shit Obsidian talking. These are actual women. There you go. Ball Malone. Southpaw 2K1. We all have. One's a freak on film, but timid in real life. One's timid on film, but a fucking freak in real life. Yeah, but you know, many people would probably have to discern. Like Steve Urkel, he's more of a simp than a cuck, and people would bring up, oh, he had Myra. Shoot, he should have chose Myra, and I agree. I agree, he should have chose Myra. Myra was there. Myra was, not on some colorist shit, but Myra was like, as far as her shape, was way better looking than Laura. And then Laura, what brought Laura down for me was the attitude. I know she was playing a character, of course, but it was the attitude. She was such an ingrate, and Steve repeatedly and repeatedly kept simping for her. And I mean, like that was the theme of every season of Family Matter. Steve Urkel being goofy and being a simp. Now, definitely marrying Laura Winslow when she got all that attitude. Yeah, that simp would have transitioned into cuck. My, how the tables have turned. Laura Winslow is now trying to get at Urkel show. She probably, when they did that reunion show, she probably like, let's slide in the locker room and I'll let you sniff it like like we used to. Only I'll let you do more this time. And he was like, nah, I'm good. Nah. Long tongue, son. Steve literally split himself to satisfy her, and she still wasn't. Yeah, he gave himself a cool clone, Stefan. I actually hated the Urkel character as a grown man. It shouldn't have been cool to show a teenage girl being harassed. It showed incels that was okay to continue to pursue after being told no. Yeah, yeah, that's the way of seeing it, and I can't invalidate that because that's exactly what that looks like. He was one. I mean, he was the next door neighbor and constantly advanced on Laura. My Laura, I love you. And she turned him down several times. That man actually cried one time. Oh my God, you'll never like me. Oh, come on, bruh. Yeah, he actually ended up dressing up like Urkel again. I'm talking about grown J. Leo White because he was promoting his brand of marijuana. Because you probably would want to smoke that kind of thing away. I didn't like the Urkel character because he was a super intelligent guy that no one wanted to be. There was no image that would have made any like resonate with anybody on the outside real world. It was a character definitely that was the butt of many jokes and it was the butt of on screen ridicule as well. Nobody wants to be that guy. And everybody thought that he was like that because he was smart. That he was treated like that because he was smart. So nobody wants to be smart. Long Tone Son. It's called perseverance. She'd be like, Steve, remember when you used to chase me? Steve be like, let's leave that in the past. That past in the past. Let's leave the past in the past. It's called perseverance. Yeah, man, that's some bad advice that you know, like that young guys would receive from older guys is that you have to be persistent. You have to be persistent. You have to keep advancing until she finally breaks down and says yes. You, and when you look back on that bad advice, you was like you was asking me to harass folks. Wow. But then they tried to cover it up and make it like something else. And I mean, like, I guess some people said that worked. Other people say that they did. Uh, Other people say it didn't work because it made them look like creeps. But people who say that shit, they leave a lot of stuff out, like sparkling personalities. Kev Myra was prettier than Laura in every way possible. Looks, face, body, personality, etc. Myra had Laura beat by a country mile. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Rest in peace to the actor that played her, Michelle Thomas. If I were Urkel, I would have sold some of my inventions to the government and tricked out on some 304s on the south side of Chicago. Yeah, like Urkel with his inventions, like the show could have set him to become like the Black Bill Gates. But of course, they didn't want that kind of image for the black man. They wanted him to be a dorky guy who no one wanted to be. Yeah, he could have took it way further than that. He wouldn't have to go to the south side of Chicago. That man would probably have like a couple of apartments in the city with a couple sack chasers held up at each one. Not held up for real. At that level, a lot of them will be willing to be in that place. But that's a discussion you're not ready to have. Some of you. Persistence will get you me too. Yep. For real, for real. I remember when April Mason said that stupid shit about we follow these black women to the car, make sure they get over there. I'm like, shoot, what I'll do is I'll stand at the entrance to the building, and you cup your hand and put it over your eyes. Shoot, I'll watch her all the way to the car. Then you'll be get called a creep. Then, if Family Matters was filmed today in today's climate, homie would be in Statesville sharing a cell with a GD. Yeah, and then Eddie would have been Eddie or Waldo would have been bisexual. Stephon Urkel was slanging dick. The only time Laura liked Urkel was doing exams. I hate you, Steve, but can you help me study for the SAT? I'm trying to get to Harvard. Yeah. Hey, but hey, like for real, guys. I got a screenshot that will blow your motherfucking mind. Hold on one second. See, But everybody, thank you for watching. Let me see what y'all doing in here. Okay, I got 21 likes. What up, Greg? Got 21 likes in here. Please like the video. Yeah, we talking about the cuckoldry, the fear of cuckoldry, and why some dudes won't get married. A lot of these dudes, man, instead of playing hard and like she gonna get my resources, she gonna take money, which I don't blame you guys for. I think a lot of guys are afraid that they're just gonna get cut. Make it 22. Remember when Laura accidentally saw Urkel naked and she told him he was packing? Bro, they call Waldo Peaches SMH. Yeah, but let me show you this next slide. Hey, I don't know how many of y'all watch the WWE, but this gentleman right here is named Byron Saxton. And I thought this was important because, I have a social media account where I'm friends with people and I follow folks, and some of those guys be fucking hilarious. But he provided this tweet right here. Before I do that, let me read what Greg said. Funny you should mention that. Just coming in from Fridays, I did have a conversation about marriage and how to get out of it. Three-way conversation between me and this white woman. Like, wow. However, catastrophic impact X83rd power. Damn, not Byron too. Yeah, yes, Byron too. But yeah, tell me that tweet is not real. I don't know, man. I hope not. I hope not myself. Just for real. I mean, shoot, Byron Saxon getting mad and cursing me out in the comment section. But this is what people are spreading. Let me read it. I guess it has more emotional impact when you read it out loud. That means that dude need TRT ASAP. Yeah. Byron Saxon says, you can fuck my girl, nut on her face, make her call you daddy. But at the end of the night, if I'm cuddling with her, who really wins? uh, should we tell him, Mister? Also, a lot of guys don't see how a man benefits from marriage in us. What does the man get from marriage that he can't get without it? Man, look, man, companionship. A down ass B that might not be a down ass B. But I see what you're saying. I was like, in today's climate, it's difficult to tell people to, you know, this is what you should be doing. You should be trying to get married or something. Bar Malone says you got to be down bad in a real way to accept that type of shit at any capacity. Let me read it again. He says you can fuck my girl, nut on her face, make her call you daddy, but at the end of the night, if I'm cuddling with her, who really wins? I say, why you sitting up here kissing on a white mustache? What's that? Some dried up and flaky on your lip. Oh man. That man said you can skeet in my girl's face. This was, I believe this tweet was from like a couple years ago. Companionship is not worth my sanity. Yeah, man. Valuable time spent with someone who tries to understand you. How do you win when you color another? Honey, why do you smell like seawater? Oh man, this man right here. Oh, like this man, like I don't know. I guess he's not a normal person. Oh, look at that. I mean, but he is a normal person. Let me stop. See, I get it. This is why a lot of people don't want to be married because, especially men, because you, number one, you have more fun single if you are using these as the primary examples of what love is. You're very disappointed in what you see, and due to their legions of fans, due to their legions of fans, shit, man, I lost my train of thought. Due to the legions of fans, you know, they're the ones that's trying to shift this shit in the other direction. I ain't saying there's anything wrong with getting married. Some of us truly have gotten lucky with the women that we found. But with this mentality out here, if you don't want to get married, that's fine. That is fine. But ain't no cucking over here on this side. I just want to assure y'all that. Dogs make better companions than women. At least dogs are always happy to see you regardless of the time. I said, well, technically that's true. It says sea water. Honey, why do you smell like seawater? I mean, but for real, the same one that put that prayer out there. So do y'all want to pray along with me? Can you see what's going on that screen? I pray that the next I can't do it. I can't do it my damn self. Okay. Hold on 1 second. What up, Donnie? Long live the habitual line steppers. I'm gonna say that Lionel Richie or Russell Wilson. Dancing on the ceiling. Yeah, what's up, Daddy?
What's going on?
Oh shoot, nothing, man. Shoot, are you are you back from Were
From
you back
work?
from? Yeah.
Yeah, I tuned in just in time for you to see for me to see your broadcast with Oh Jesus. If any hoe could walk on water, it's that bitch right there.
Yeah, man. Are you talking about the reaction? Some of the reactions that you're seeing, or
I don't even give a fuck about the reactions. The fact that this hoe did all the hoe shit that she could do and has this nigga sitting next to her. Listen, when I tell you this hoe can walk on water, y'all motherfuckers think I'm playing. Oh shit, this is the greatest thing ever. Who would have ever thought a baby mama of future would have found the trick of the century? This nigga is the new generation's Joseph.
I'm gonna say Joseph.
nigga. Yeah, nigga. I'm taking the biblical references, nigga. It's gonna be a whole bunch of Christians mad as fucking me, nigga. This nigga. Oh, so you mean you was a virgin but you got pregnant? This is the Lord's baby.
Was that Joseph's first nigga to believe anything?
So this baby's gonna become the Christ. Yes, Joseph. Yes. Yeah. Well, why does it
Yeah,
feel so loose down here? I had a baby. Remember? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah.
the man said, "What does it matter as long as Russell gets to sample with that Sierra Tenderloin wearing that skimpy outfit?"
Listen, it's levels. I understand that he is married to a pop star, if you will, a rock star, a musical professional, and they are expected and told to dress a certain way to garner attention. But I saw her ass cheeks.
Oh
Ain't no
yeah,
way fucking in hell.
oh yeah. That was a picture that I was kind of afraid to put up. I didn't want YouTube to say anything. They already said something about me showing Lizzo's ass cheeks on the thumbnail. So
Nah, ain't no fucking way. Listen, I get it. She's a rock star, but at a certain point, it becomes, bitch. Why does your $10 bill have anything to do with my 100? You go ahead and put that in your little pocket, though. No, we're not going to disrespect ourselves for your little po ass relevancy. So you could be on a thousand YouTube commercials where they talk about some 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 level up. Because we ain't heard shit from you since Future.
hmm.
If we're really talking about celebrity, who's the bigger celebrity out of the two?
Wow. I will probably have to say, you know what? That's a real good point because like the only way that Sierra really does keep up the buzz for herself is the
It's
fact
by
that she,
being with that nigga.
yeah,
That nigga's celebrity is so much larger than hers that she gets attraction or she gets traction for being with him. Because you never hear of, oh, Sierra's so great. Sierra's so great. It's Sierra and Russell Wilson. You can hear Russell Wilson without that bitch all day, every day. You will never ever hear Ciara without insert other nigga. She's not
yeah.
on the top Billboard charts. She's not no actress, singer that we just gotta hear and see on everything. She is that nigga's wife who is constantly fucking embarrassing him.
Mm, yeah. And, I just got through showing a gallery of people who got embarrassed by their wives.
Oh yeah, who was the hits? Any hits?
Let me see. That man said Lizzo is bigger celebrity than Sierra. She gets 300 bucks.
I
Yeah,
mean that's real shit.
yeah. Like, look at the screen. Like, let me ask you a question, Donnie.
Oh Lord.
If you didn't know who these people were and you didn't know who actually got married, who you think were the ones that got married in this pic?
Listen, I don't know what it's like to be in a position like that. What I do know is there would have been a problem like a motherfucker. It would have. When I got home, I'd have been like, "Bitch, do you see these motherfucking bitches? These motherfuckers got here out here looking fucking foolish. Fuck is you doing with this nigga? Listen, I'm gonna need you to come out here and make you an apology. Do something on motherfucking camera. You got me fucked out in the streets. It's the only way that could have
Well,
went.
they're fucked up in the streets. Eh, it is what it is. Oh, is what it is.
Right.
Said the women started a rumor back in the day that Sierra was a dude, not a lover. Laugh emoji. I remember that. I remember that. It was years ago, but I do remember what you're talking about. Oh, what up, Coffee? Say I remember that pic. But say I never saw. I see the day Crane's exosuit started twerking on stage. Yeah, he must be. That must be a Lizzo joke. But yeah, what about these two? Oh, Donnie's on mute right now.
That's embarrassing. Embarrassing as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, he, like I said, he even made a video announcing to the world that, she leads the household. I mean, yeah, and then, on top of everything going on with the little man, but let's see.
That
Message.
nigga paying the ultimate price. He sacrificed his son to keep a marriage. I can't.
No, not at all. Yeah. Then I mentioned these.
Chris Rock said it best. I saw him live when he said the joke. I never laughed harder.
Oh, you was in the building?
Yeah, he was. He went on tour with Dave Chappelle and he told that same joke.
Oh,
And I mean, it was the merit was the same. You slapped him for talking about your wife, but you didn't slap the nigga who stuck his dick in your wife.
yeah. What up, regular degular? Said Dwayne Wade is the worst one. I mean,
I don't know. He's neck for neck. You know, say what you want to about Will Smith. He didn't sacrifice his son.
mm.
His son is out there doing some weirdo shit. But that nigga grown. He didn't put that nigga in the shoes to do it. I'll never forget that this nigga showed up to that Kardashian wedding in a Batman outfit. He let him do some weird shit. I'm not gonna hold you, but the nigga still ain't walk around in the dress talking about some. I want to change my name to Zaya Daddy, and I'm still gonna date girls. Nigga, what? So you want to put on a dress and date bitches? No, sir. This is not how we doing stuff.
And to make it so bad, he's dating one that's transitioning to the other. He's dating a girl that's transitioning.
Yeah, that shit confuses the fuck out of me. I'm not no expert. I don't pretend to be. But what the fuck are you really doing? So you want to be a nigga and you want to be a bitch, but you two is dating? I'm confused.
Man,
I'm confused. What are you niggas really out here doing?
some weird stuff, some ritual stuff that they say. All these rituals.
It was a nigga I met years ago. This nigga, he looked like a girl. I'm talking to him. He was like, "No, I'm a dude." What? He was like, "Yeah, I dress as a woman. I act as a woman. I still identify as a guy." Nigga, you sound like you trying to be on some tricky shit. He was like, "No, no, no. I dress up like a guy." Who do you hang out with, guys or girls? Girls. Who do you fuck? Girls. Oh, so you just the tricky nigga that's just in the background fucking these bitches and not saying nothing. Okay, go on about your day. Some niggas is like that. It's not for me to judge, but it's motherfuckers out here doing some wild, crazy shit. But to force your child, put your child in a position that doesn't have any idea and let the machine get a hold of your child, he should be ashamed of himself. Dwayne, or the simp Wayne, or whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Dwayne Union.
Yeah, for him to give up his kid like that, it's unmentionable. It's cowardice. It's cowardice. And then the baby mama's like, nigga, I didn't sign up for none of this shit. I birthed the nigga. I don't get a say so. This is one of them situations where I wish the nigga couldn't get his kid and the baby mama went out because it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
You have to think that there's a machine in Hollywood that makes suggestions that are not suggestions, and you should follow. Do you want to be relevant? Do you want to be in the spotlight? Do you want to make waves? Do you want to have a career? All of these things come into your face as an adult, and a lot of adults break under that pressure. You're putting a child under that pressure for years, molding him into the bullshit and the foolishness that he is, and now he's here.
Mm-hmm. And
He's a non-lyrical little Nas X. It's a shame.
yeah, man, and everybody's all like they always put themselves out there, and people always say, "Well, you should be minding your own business." I'm like, they're putting themselves out there, so whatever they're subject to afterwards, hey, it's fair game. Plus, you don't want to see that you don't want to see that shit happening to black boys. Like, let me see if you can remember this one right here. Yeah, Tina Knowles, Lawson, or whatever her name is, Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson.
I'm not familiar with that nigga. What's the deal?
They were doing an interview,
Okay.
and she basically said that you have those guys that are like V1, and he was like, well, what about me? She was like, oh no, not you. And she's supposed to be married to the guy. So you could definitely tell that he had this look on his face like, damn, this woman just destroyed me in front of everybody. This Beyonce's mother. And the point I was like, well, dude got a tough act to follow because the guy before him trained Beyonce.
Oh no, that nigga fell into some L's his damn self. He out here fucking bitches. You know I produced Beyonce, right?
I mean, getting some clout that way, man.
Yeah, his 80, 90-year-old ass is out here fucking some 2-year-old bitches trying to come up and taking L's.
Yeah. All right, what about these two?
So I don't know much about this situation other than the fact that she is crying about being bullied on social media because she's saying some stupid shit and is a celebrity.
Oh yeah, they tried to cancel her. But before she would be on social media calling her husband all kinds of bitches.
Oh damn, I didn't know that.
Yep.
He gave that bitch all of me. All of me. Bitch, you couldn't have had an inch. Nah, I'm cool. Don't get replaced.
Yeah, K. Dot said that black men, being brutally honest, his name is Vincent LeBeau, the guy that Jessica X covered on her last stream. I haven't watched Jessica X in a while, but I know who Vincent LeBeau
That
is.
nigga
Yeah, he's been around since December, and he's basically a white man who's married to a black woman, and basically
don't want
adopt.
to hear nothing about him.
Yeah, cool.
Don't want to hear nothing about the nigga. Don't
Yeah,
give a fuck.
yeah. Best to keep that energy. I mean, but just for the record, we kick motherfuckers like that in the nuts. You know where I'm from, so you know.
White man married a black woman. Good luck. Go off on that island. I don't give a fuck what guy got what's going on. I've seen the great leaps and bounds that black women will do to get with a white man. Good for you. Whatever comes from that, whether it be good or bad, ain't got shit to do with me at that point. I like it's embarrassing the level of shit black women will do in order to just have the dream of being with a white man and producing light skinned babies with good hair. It's embarrassing. So I choose to act like it don't exist anymore. When you cross that threshold, it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, said said Chad Wheeler can happen all day. At that point, why should we care? Yeah, I get it though.
She
Um,
came up missing. Oh well, you chose to divest, right? You took your time, effort, and energy elsewhere. So I'm gonna let you do that.
yeah, fentanyl queens. I'll risk it all for fentanyl. Um, let me see. Mister, I guess he talking about Richard Lawson. So let me go back to that slide. Mm. He jokingly said, "So I'm not perfect," and she said, in all seriousness, "Oh hell no, you ain't perfect. Far from it. I roll." Yeah, I remember that. That motherfucker started biting his damn lip. He was after she said that.
What was the platform?
Shoot, I forgot, but I did make a video about it 3 years ago. I'm sure I said it on that video. What I'll do is I'll find it and put it in my community tab. Like I said, for people who tune into this these broadcasts, it'll be interesting for them to see what kind of shit I was on 3 years ago. But yeah, hey, but I want you to check this crazy shit out, though. You know, it's so crazy. People are questioning whether it's real or not. This guy is
Here we
Byron
go.
Saxton. Samson White Moon. He put this screenshot on his Facebook
Samson.
page before. Yeah,
I'm, I'm
Samson.
driving. I can't read it. What was it say?
Oh, okay. Byron Saxton says, "You can fuck my girl, nut on her face, make her call you daddy, but at the end of the night, if I'm cuddling with her, who really wins?"
The nigga that nut on your bitch face.
Yeah,
Cause you kissed that hoe.
splacker, splacker.
You kissed that hoe. Anytime an argument come up, what nigga? What you say to me? Huh? How my dick taste? You gotta eat that.
Yeah. Ain't shit you can do about it. I mean, you can fight all you want, get mad, try to beat somebody up, but what
She
makes it real
cuddled with me. She is like she cuddled with me. Yeah, she's in my bed. Yeah, nigga carrying my baby, nigga, in her throat. You want a morning kiss too? Good luck to you. Baby, your pussy tastes very sweet today. Yeah, nigga, I did that.
so, man, what was that comment earlier? When I was talking about this earlier, uh, let's see, long tone son. Let me see, uh, honey, why do you smell like seawater?
Damn.
Oh shit.
Hate life. Really would hate life. Really would hate life. And these niggas is actually out here actively talking crazy. I can't believe that shit. Nigga, I fuck. Nigga, who? My wife, nigga, some nigga, what? She did what? Oh, you had that bitch. Take her. Yeah, you won. You sure did. You sure did. I can't believe this shit. Niggas is really out here talking crazy.
Yeah, that's called a deal. Man said, ironically, it was a BET interview celebrating black love, and then Tina publicly eviscerated him. Yeah, yeah. I do have the clip on that video. I just can't show it here because this ain't the best media piece of equipment. But he said, black men being brutally honest. Most of the divested zealous followers even turned against her and started following and listening to. I say, shoot, they loyal to their zaddy. And I mean, couldn't happen to a better person. Fuck that bitch. As much shit as she talked, I don't. And Donnie, it's like I told them earlier, I don't practice, really listening to people I don't like. Sometimes I do it for a bit of intel, but that's it. It just introduces bad energy to me and the temptation to actually, I don't know, maybe say something, but not for real, for real. Bitches like that are gone. They're out of here. Mister Mister, honey, why do your kisses taste like tiny people? Holy shit! Hey, but K Dot, like I said for the record, man, I ain't scared of no racist white boys. That's pretty much the other folks in this space.
I can't
But
believe that shit.
YS4W. I just found out in Arizona that the part closest to Cali, but came through one part that looks like space. Shit look like Utah and Wyoming.
Looks like space. Oh, he's talking about Yuma. It's like a little town where you before you cross the border. It's not quite Yuma, but it's Yuma. It's this weird. Yeah, they have like spaceships and weird little cafes. It's a weird little dynamic out there. The rest of Arizona look like a normal fucking city when you get to like the middle, Phoenix and Tucson. But yeah, there's other parts out there that's strange as fuck.
Yeah, Yakuza like a Dragon Series generation official. He said, "Don't let no one shame you or blame you for liking outside of your race. Black man, be free and loving again." He said, "Get those passport brothers. See, you finna start a fire up in here, man. Cause that's the reason why they saying that that they're being trolled by the passport bros."
Well, I'm anti-passport, bro, but I can't talk because my wife is British. So I did what I laugh at, but the problem is, and what I really talk about is niggas don't really go traveling looking for wives. They go traveling looking to trick, and then they present themselves as if they're Don Juan, and Casanova and all this shit. A lot of niggas is out here just really paying for pussy. And if that's what you do, that's fine. But don't present it as you got a pimp cut when you landed because your passport transformed. It didn't. Just like the nigga what's the nigga who got famous because he spent all his money tricking it in the Dominican Republic?
Talking about Drello. So what they got it talking about, I need $100 to pay my rescheduling fee or some shit.
They're laid up cuddling. Nigga, you paid that bitch to be there. Why are you posting this video? You sitting up here winning. Yeah, I came to the Dominican Republic. They just love me, nigga. I saw the video previous where you was asking your subscribers. You was in the pool with the bitch and the bitch was mediocre. Nigga, stop.
Hey, Blu-ray. When you go to my page, hit the drop down on the where the bell icon is. Switch your notifications from personalized to all. So whenever I drop any content, you'll get notifications on it. Hurry up and buy. What's going on? Is that I'm doing a special on Passport Bros. They will be in part 2 of the Pookies and Ray Rays also. No disrespect, but touching on some points. I mean, you got your freedom to speak, bro. Produce that content. Yeah, man. Yeah, what up?
B.A. Baracus, right? So he's the group.
Yeah.
In Thailand. I'm spending some money on this bitch. It's
you are seriously Borgin. Johnny, you are Borgin.
Hold on. Hop off the Wi-Fi.
Word.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You die? All right.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Yeah, no, it's a dude from the group named B.A. Baracus. He has a channel called Chocolate Man in Thailand. I enjoy the content. It is funny to see a black man out living his best life, but in the same breath, he is out there tricking his hardest to keep this little bitch. And she's bad. Like, I'm not even gonna hold it. She's bad. But every video, you got to be spending money on the bitch to produce the video. I can't do it.
Man, I said, nah, bro. Says an everyday thing.
Every video, he like, yeah, I had to take her out, had to buy some food. I took her shopping. I did like, damn, nigga. I don't do this for my wife. Nigga, we married.
See, her options is a little bit more limited, but we make it work.
We was just there with a friend, and she was like, "Damn, we going the cheap route. Shit, that's the reason I married your ass." Who's out right now? Castro.
Oh shit.
Castro is currently in Greece on a small island. I told him he would regret the shit, but he didn't believe me. He regrets the shit. He's on a small island, and it's not really many people there. But next month in April, we're supposed to go meet in Thailand for Songkran. So if any of y'all listening will be in Thailand for Songkran, hit me up. I'll be there. We can link up. We can drop a video. We can do something. But don't holler at me. Yeah, this is my girlfriend. I had to pay her bar fee. Don't come around me because I'm a clown.
So, was shout out to Surism. What's going on? Cartel, what is up? Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So do you believe that there's this extreme fear of cuckoldry? That's why a lot of these dudes won't get married because they'll know what they do if they do get married. They'll probably be forced to be in the same position as some of these guys we just got through showing.
There's some L's being taken. I don't think it's because of that. I think it's just because they make bad choices in the women they deal with.
Oh, okay. So it's just like they be telling some of these broads, just make better decisions, move a little smarter. Yeah. So
they go get discount former strippers, discount baby mamas, and take L's. Like you knew way better than this, but you thought you had a 2018 Lexus and you got it for the low. No, that Lexus has hella problems, and you inherited that.
Yeah,
But
man.
that's the dynamic these dudes get into. But I get it. You get married, you lose your pension, half your 401k is gone. You got to pay child support. You taking L's out here.
Yeah. Yeah, taking L's, man. But that's the way life goes. Yeah, but seriously, I guess the whole point is they end up not, like don't be that guy. Like don't
I'd
be
be
the guy.
damned.
Yeah, so let's see. So do you agree with this definition right here of cuckold? Said historically a cuckold was a man who married an adulterous wife. Dictionary defines a cuckold as a man with an unfaithful wife. Cuckold in this form is as old as the institution of marriage itself. Traditionally, a cuckold was an object of scorn among the community and was looked upon as someone who could not satisfy his wife's sexual appetite.
I
It
mean,
is
that's really what it. Go ahead.
no, I was saying it is only in the last century that the term cuckold has come to take a different meaning, like clean up. Clean.
I mean, to me, it's the same damn thing because your wife was out here doing all this wild shit and you fucking other dudes and you taking L's and you just sitting there. Yeah. What's the difference?
I love her. I love her so much.
Yeah, just because we ain't proved she was fucking somebody else don't mean it wasn't happening.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this shit is wild out here, man. But people rather be in a good position than not be in a good position. Remember this commercial right here? It was a Snickers commercial where it was like, let's trade partners. And the girl thought she was talking about sex. And she was like, no, I was talking about the game. Yeah, see, don't be that guy right there. I don't like this game, Donnie. Well, anyway,
I'm here. What's going on? I'm
no, you remember that Snickers commercial where it was like,
hungry. Why wait?
let's the one where the two couples were saying let's trade partners, and then the girl talking about she was talking about sex, and then she was like, no, I'm talking about the game, and then the guy was like, I don't like this game.
No, I didn't see that commercial, but that's a hell of a shit. That's a hell of a Super Bowl ad.
Yeah. I mean, hurry up and buy. I said, damn, I learned something tonight from the cartoon post. But for real, a lot of married people out here, do you think they set themselves up to be in this position? Like they
Yes.
say like guys not particularly like us, but you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
because they're afraid to see what's out there. They're afraid to put themselves in
yeah,
a position of power. They lose their leverage
yeah.
in their relationship. I
No,
mean, it's a lot of things.
you think it also comes from the fact that they've given up their power in their homes. you know,
Well, uh, motherfucker
like
lose their job. They went from making 110 to 70K. Wife get real disrespectful with them all of a sudden. You don't know what to do, so you just taking it for years and years. Oh nah, couldn't be me.
yeah. So talking about Sierra and her dress has been triggering the sisterhood. My theory is because they have that single mama dream that a Russell Wilson is gonna step in and help them take care of their kids and be the man of their dreams, that that high value man that is willing to you know give up all his resources just so she can
Let,
have a
let me.
home. But
There's certain characters, and there's a plethora of like characters throughout religion, right? There's only one
yeah.
Joseph. Ain't nobody else like Joseph. There's
Oh
only
God,
one.
I
He
said
had
Joseph.
12 motherfucking disciples. There's multiple prophets beyond all. You know what I mean? There's only one fucking Joseph.
I said don't. The man said, "Don't be Joseph." his, his this man has a very significant spot in history.
There's only one motherfucking Joseph. It's not gonna be a whole bunch of bitches out here winning, and y'all gonna have to settle hard as fuck.
Oh man, did y'all see comedian Samora's Netflix special? Man, they be clowning on Netflix. Man, says she's catching heat behind what she said about Dwayne Wade's son. Shit was
Listen,
funny.
y'all better watch that shit before it gets cut out. I promise you, it'll get cut out in a heartbeat. They already cut out the Chris Rock joke over Will Smith, so y'all better watch that motherfucker.
Yeah, watch while you still can. In fact, shoot, that's a definite sign for me to go ahead and watch it now before they take it down. But yeah, man. Anything else to say on this? The fear of
No,
the fear of cuckoldry.
fucking shame. Yeah, y'all
Yeah, it
listen.
is.
If you got the opportunity to do better, you better.
Yep.
Um, Otherwise, yeah, it is what it is. I just got in the house. I got to take my hair out so I can get a haircut in the morning and get my shit shampooed and fresh and lathered, and then rebraided. I'ma holler at y'all later.
All right, homie.
All
Yeah.
right,
Long live, man.
long live.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Seriously, showing me love and you know get get giving me the algorithm that I'll need one day to take this motherfucker over. But don't be a cuck, guys. Just just keep your pimp hand strong. No, I'm just playing. But I mean, I get it, guys. I mean, y'all don't want to be with a disagreeable woman who causes you misery and shame for the simple fact that you loved her and you wanted to be with her, and I get it. And K Dot said black men are under attack now. White men are teaming up against them. Man, let me tell you something. That is a group of people that have always been our opposition. That is nothing new. What I'm saying is they can yell and pipe and scream all they want, but as long as they don't set foot in this territory, they will be okay. is there is minimal to zero effort in trashing motherfuckers like that. Trust me. Trust me on that. But anyway, just like I said, don't be that guy. Go. It's one of those. It's one of those things where you can once again say, "Go where you're appreciated." Definitely, definitely do that in a situation instead of becoming a cock. Don't become one of them. So anyway, everybody who participated in the chat, I really appreciate that shit once again, and I will see y'all on the next go round. Like I say, if you're subscribed to this channel, like Blu-ray is, and you say that you're not getting notifications on the live, go to my home page on YouTube, hit the bell drop down, and set your notifications to all. I mean, they have personalized all and some other option. Set it from personalized to all so you can get so you get all notifications on when I start these broadcasts. Plus, I got some new material on the way, just to go ahead and keep this channel active and growing. And yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. So, Russell Wilson, I don't believe you're that much of a simp, but you might be a bit cuckish. But weird Hollywood culture, I must say. And Donnie did have a good point about who's more famous because who remembers any song off Sierra's last album? See, exactly. So, but you always remember that Russell Wilson is a quarterback for the NFL. So, anyway, that is it for now. You guys have been great. Long live the habitual line steppers and Kev we trust. When you don't give up in life, you will win. Peace out.